Oh.
The north.
It's another city.
The north gate to the city. This is the north gate of the city, which goes back to the second millennium BC. Okay? Way before the Bible is even mentioning Megiddo. Okay? But as we're moving forward in time, we're starting to hit Megiddo from the eras of here it is, right over here, under this gate that we see today, we see the continuous of the gate. This is the early second millennium. We're talking about 4,000 years ago. And this one is about 3,500 years ago. Okay? And as we move forward, we're getting towards the times of the Israelites arriving in here. And the most important site, in my opinion, is the gate of King Solomon. And this is what we're going to see, the gate of King Solomon.
Right, so that is King Solomon's.
This area over here.
Just that
That
area.
structure over here. That's what archaeologists, and we have to understand that the archaeology excavation around here started at the beginning of the 20th century, 1903, when they started the excavations over here. Back then, the knowledge that archaeologists had was based on the Bible. Historical knowledge was based on the Bible. We know from the Bible that Solomon, King Solomon, was an amazing man, by the way. Anybody knows how many women he had?
Too many.
How many women it says so in the Bible?
1,000 concubines.
1,000 wives. 1,000 wives.
Concubines.
1,000 wives. Men don't smile. He had 1,000 mother-in-laws.
He was. He had more money than
And the truth is that I'm mentioning it for that reason. Because he married those 1,000 wives for their father-in-law. Because as a king, you marry a princess. And if I marry a princess, in a way, if I'm sharing my bed with your daughter, these stables, okay, you see the stables? I'm blinking the light. They found structures that resembled stables. And the minute they found it, they said, these and this, okay? These two segments are part of the same era. Typology. What is typology? I find ruins of clay and pottery that belongs to a certain era, and I can date by that the place age. So they dated it to the times of King Solomon. We have this and we have this, okay, which is the 9th century BC, okay. But the problem with the 9th century BCE was that probably, and that's modern archaeology, this wasn't Solomon. It was Omri. It was a little later than Solomon, okay. But he was the one who built it. Why would they refer to Solomon? Because there's a problem, a huge problem. I have a king. I have a story. We talked about it when we were in Caesarea. I have a story. I have people mentioned, and I have no finding. So when I find something, I immediately connect it to him. Okay, this is Solomon. That's it. That's connected to Solomon. From now on, everything that I will see, okay, that have your kind of haircut, okay, and your eyes will be connected to Solomon. It doesn't matter that the rest of the body has nothing to do with you. Okay? But they took this piece, and according to this piece, they decided this is it. Modern archaeology told them, no, it's not exactly. So where is King Solomon's palace over here? And did Solomon ever got to here? Okay? A good question. You want an honest answer? I don't know. That will be the honest answer. You want my hope? Oh yes, he was here. And probably we already found it, we just don't know if it was his or not. We don't know. The most important thing that we found here, and it's kind of hard to see it, you can see it over there on your side, maybe over there. Okay? Where you were standing, Julie, you see the light? Mm-hmm. This is part of this water system that was lying on the east side of the city, east side of the city, facing downwards. Okay, Okay, and what you see is the tunnel that brings the water into the city. We found this. We can say that this is definitely goes back to the 9th century BC, which is about the time of King Solomon too. Okay, about times. We don't know exactly, but at the time. Okay, another option is this palace over here, which, if you ask me, this is probably King Solomon's palace. A little older than the gate, a little older than the stables, but yet have resemblance to things that we already found in the city of David in Jerusalem. Okay, and unfortunately, I don't know if you'll have a chance to get to the city of David. Okay, but I promise that I will show you exactly where it is. And if we'll have a chance to go in, I will even have a chance to show you an actual street of 3,000 years ago. Okay?
Okay.
Walking in the footsteps of King David and King Solomon, which I believe that was here too. And that's mainly because of King Solomon's ability of international affair. And that's 1,000 wives. Okay? So what we'll do now is, we're getting out of here. We're going to walk through the gate into the altar that was found over here that belongs to here. This area, which will show us the area of the altar of that was found over here of the Assyrians. And then we will turn back.
Where altar are you talking about?
The round altar that they used to sacrifice not animals.
Sure.
Okay. We haven't found bones. So I can tell you that it wasn't for animals. I can't tell you for what it was as archaeologists.